You should try to have pencils who, when you use them, have the possibility to go from very dark to very light. I'm drawing here to show, and you should always test your material, and you will basically find out for yourself what's working, you know. But this is very important. Then the other thing is, as a car designer, you should always use dark color. I have, for example, here racing green, which is quite nice and makes quite, you know, dark sketches, because the idea is really to get the possibility to go from really dark black till light. Or what's also possible, what we designers are using is a very dark blue, which is called indigo blue, you know, to do sketches from light to dark. And this is a very soft one, and therefore we have, for doing the preliminary sketches, a pencil which is a bit harder. That means for this sketch you have the possibility to do much finer lines, and especially for someone who has the tendency to press very hard on the paper. Ballpoints is also something you have here with big spheres or thinner spheres. I use here a one which is a pen with a very thick point. That means it makes very thick lines. And you have to test here also that the pen goes really smooth on the paper and you feel comfortable with it. The reason, therefore, is if it's scratchy, you feel not really comfortable drawing with a pen like this. And the other thing is you have to be careful. For example, you see myself, I'm left-handed. If you draw on a paper and you move with your hand palm over it, it could smudge. So you should test different ones. I have here, for example, another one, and see, well, this one is now blue. We usually use black ones just for the same reason. We want to have the variety of very dark to very light. And the black pens are better. And then you test them. I have here, I think, one, this one. And some of them, they are lighter, some of them, they are harder, and you find for yourself. You should just go into the shop, into an art store, and test them just in the store. That's what I do. Once in a while you go there and you just go through all of them until you find one who is working well for you. And you test them, see if it goes smooth and it doesn't smudge. Otherwise, I love, for example, this one. And this one is getting dirty on the point when you draw a long time. You know, for hours you draw and do sketches. After a while, the point gets dirty, and before you get a big, smudge on your drawing, which doesn't look really nice, I have here made myself a piece of felt, and you clean once in a while. You know, you keep it in your hands. You draw your car, and when you see that somehow the point gets dirty, you just go and clean. That's another thing. The most important thing what you need is a pencil sharpener for your pens, and there I would say, out of experience, don't save money with your pencil sharpener. A good one costs 80 up to 100 euros, but you buy it once and you keep it for your life. If you take something which is not really working well, your very fragile and very expensive pencils breaking the points. And you get upset and frustrated because you don't get your pencils sharpened. So that's an important tool. And obviously, what we do have as well is when a pencil gets very short, you know, because they are very expensive. That's what I do, especially as a student. You don't have much money. You use even an old felt tip marker or something and cut it off, or there exists also in the art store aluminium extruded profiles to elongate your pencil so you can use it again until you can sharpen it. And we do it as well. If it's not working anymore to put in the sharpener, you actually use the cutter and get it sharpened with the cutter, just to use it to the very, very end.